My leg was, it was almost completely detached from my body. My name is Kenyatta. Hear my story. So I grew up about 7 minutes away from where we're actually sitting, down on a street called Bay Street. And the day of the accident, I was 4 years old. My grandfather had just brought me some ice cream from the ice cream truck. My neighbor was coming out of his yard. I rode my bike out in the road, and the car that was parked on the side of my grandmother's house was blocking his view. And I'm a child, I'm not paying attention. So I ride my bike out, and my neighbor runs into me, literally knocks me off my bike across the street into the ditch. I'm 4. I don't even realize what just happened. My grandfather is outside, he's witnessing the entire accident. I am in the ditch screaming, I knew I was hurt and I knew it was bad. But at the time, the only thing that I was concerned about is, am I gonna get a shot? Because I was afraid of needles. So they get me into the hospital. My leg is literally almost detached. It was only held together probably about 1.5 inches of the fat part of my calf. They're looking at the accident and they're telling my parents, this is bad. The reality of it is she is probably never ever going to walk again. My grandmother prayed and prayed and prayed. After probably about 4 months, I began to start trying to walk on my own. And once they realized that I was doing it on my own, they're looking like, what's going on here? They even wanted to go back in and re-break my leg because they were saying that what I was doing wasn't really normal. My grandmother told them absolutely not. If she's walking on her own, if she's doing it on her own, we don't care how the bones look, what's going on, let her keep going. So once I was out of the hospital and actually able to start elementary, we used to have what was called field day. And the PE teacher noticed during physical education that I was faster than most of the kids out at the school. So I got involved in this summer track program and started competing everywhere. It started here in Winter Garden. From there, we would be down in Miami competing, and I was winning races left and right. That led to competing in middle school and high school, and actually becoming one of the fastest kids in the city. I would be at track meets and coaches were like, watch out for that one, and it led me to being one of the fastest kids in the city. So as I got older, I graduated from high school. Shortly after high school, I ended up getting married and moving away to Atlanta. From that marriage, we had 6 children. We had our own church. We had a lot going on. At one point, my marriage got really bad. And just as I thought I was coming out of that storm, my marriage was so bad, I actually was home one day, and the next thing I know, my husband pulls up with a U-Haul and empties out the entire house. I mean, took everything. He actually left the kids and I sleeping on the floor. Once school was over, I packed all the kids up and we moved back home to Winter Garden. I worked 2 jobs, leaving one job 1 o'clock in the morning, going to the next job, having to be there by 2:30, 3 o'clock, sometimes not even knowing how I was going to make it home. But I worked as hard as I could. And I always told the kids, I said, I don't care how hard life gets, you don't stop fighting. So we eventually were able to move out, get our own place, and now I work for myself. I'm actually a stand-up comedian. I sing, I act, and God has just been opening doors for me in every way that you can possibly even think of. Sometimes you have to reach deep down within and encourage yourself. Let yourself, talk to yourself. Tell yourself that, hey, I can make it. I can do it. I don't care how the odds are stacked against me. I don't care how bad things look. I can do it. Keep your faith. Always hold on to your faith. Faith is going to take you farther than anything money can ever buy. It really is. So never give up. just never give up.